his actual run as mayor.
For people who were young during 9/11, what happened was this. A bunch of Saudi Arabians hijacked planes and took down Twin Towers and some other buildings too. And then there was a leadership void. W was not on TV for like 3 days, 4 days or something while they were gathering information. Giuliani stepped up and filled that void. Giuliani was a guy on the rubble with the bullhorn telling America it was going to be okay. And that's how he became America's mayor.
Remember the fire hat?
I just want to say how much I love that to backfill people on info. You didn't just tell them about Rudy Giuliani. You made sure they were aware of 9/11 as an event. Like, like just, someone out there's listening and they're like, whoa.
I was wondering what you were smiling about.
Crazy to think that
Saudi Arabians doing it, but I was like, I don't want that to go forgotten. I think people think that a bunch of guys from Iraq or Afghanistan took out the Twin Towers, but it wasn't. They were
because that was the common misconception that we were fed in the news for a very long time.
It's like they didn't say it; they just implied it.
What are you, crazy, GB? You think that was a mistake? You think they knowingly lied us into wars for decades?
Never.
Crazy person. Years. You think we're going to do it again right now? You're crazy.
Where's my tinfoil hat? Hold on a second.
All the wars are good.
More. But that's what happened. Everyone was looking like, where's Bush? And then there was Giuliani, telling America it was going to be okay. And we really needed it. So
it was a big deal.
All that shit where people are like, oh, Bush did 9/11. I, honest to God, don't think that retard had anything to do. That there's no way that guy knew anything was up.
I'm with you.
He wasn't even in charge of his own. Like, if one of them knew, it was Cheney, not Bush. Like, Cheney was
and there was just no shot that Cheney was going to, even though they didn't they want a war in the Middle East? They wanted a reason to get out there.
Their plan was to invade Iraq while they was running for president. 9/11 was just the reason that the way they were able to sell it.
Iraq needed it. I was happy with the Iraq war, like the idea of an Iraq war. Just we didn't need any circumstance at all. Just go get them. They're assholes. That would have been fine with me. I don't know why we stayed for so
living
long.
Over there doing their own goddamn thing for thousands of years. Pricks.
Yeah, fucking cradle of civilization, my ass.
Was it because they try to get off the dollar for petro? I've heard that's the real reason, but
a big impetus of it is that that's what happened with Gaddafi in Libya too, Venezuela.
There could be more than one reason, right? Sure, I've heard that it's because they tried to assassinate W's father. So
he took that
maybe both reasons.
That's funny. Like that Michael Jordan doc. He's like, and I took that personally. That's what happened.
I can tell you, we didn't invade because of a vengeance for HW. No way.
I think we did. Yeah. I absolutely did. I think he was I think he'd been wanting to get him for a while, and they were evil people. They were very evil. Uday and Qusay Hussein. You don't know about the stories? Do I need to tell awful stories so you won't laugh at Uday and Qusay being funny?
No, I know. And those are all probably like 100% real stories. Like they say, wartime brings out truth.
What do you mean wartime? I'm talking about the decades that they ruled over the country as warlords. I'm talking about how they would find. I'm talking about when Uday Hussein saw that married woman in her dress at the hotel and raped her in front of his husband and in front of her husband because she was beautiful.
Is that so? Well, I didn't know that.
Of course you didn't. They were evil people. You know what the biggest bank robber of all time is?
I do.
Yeah, you saw it on Reddit just like me.
It's a fucking trick.
But I won't ruin
it. Hold on.
What is it?
The biggest bank
Saddam Hussein sent his son to the First National Bank of Iraq with a handwritten note that said, "Give him all the money." And he left there with 3 tractor trailers full of money. It was like, how much was it, Woody? Like almost $750 million, 300 million in each truck. I think.
Damn, that sounds rightish. It was a huge number.
Like 900 mil, and 300 of it was never found.
That's wild.
Jesus.
That's wild.
I wanted to antagonize you about the Uday and I wanted to antagonize you about the Uday and Qusay thing. Do you know how bad of a guy you have to be for some dude in Missouri like me to know who you are for because I'd never heard that rape thing. I heard the feeding live people to animals shit. Not pigs, I don't think. Probably I can't
tell what's true, what's propaganda, but if it's even 20% true, those people they needed to die.
Yeah. If Cosby did 10% of what he was accused of, he needs to be locked up.
I'm talking about I'm talking about victim interviews that I watched and saw people talking about their baby skull being dashed upon a wall, and the crazy torture programs. How Saddam would bring his children to the torture rooms and watch his political rivals be tortured to death or raped to death or whatever when they were very small children.
Well, the baby skull thing just sounds Spartan. You know, only the best babies made it through that.
Yeah, and that's why to this day the Spartans are so fit.
That's why the Spartan skull is twice as thick as a normal human. At birth, every Spartan is dashed against a rock, and only those survive.
Yeah,
not a very smart race. They're all very concussed.
Dude, can you imagine how
very
jealous
messy system? You know,
like if you were like a young boy in Sparta. And then you
Taylor
saw
would make
like
it.
a young boy in Athens and like what they got to do, you'd probably be so jealous because you'd know that you hate them because you're supposed to, but you'd also be like, these fucking guys, they don't have to go get fucked by some warrior every night.
They do.
Like
they do.
They
all do.
I don't think
it was
so.
a Greek thing, not necessarily a Spartan thing.
From what I was reading,
the illusion of voluntary.
Exaggerated. That's not nearly.
I've read the opposite. It was very common thing. There's a word for that relationship. Like they have a word for the man-boy relationship in Greek.
I'm sure Greek has a word for everything.
Well,
probably.
What a stupid statement.
The language.
I was like, where do I go from here? Nope, just fuck you. That's where we go.
You're watching your wheels turn at that where you're like, that's not even a reputation of what I'm saying.
Yeah, they coming out of his head and he's just like,